So we are also informing everyone that our lecture for today is to be recorded, okay, for note and documentation purposes also. There you go. So if last time we had that of an important discussion, a lecture on our roles as pharmacists in the community, this time I saw it in our syllabus that ours is on drug management, or particularly our supplies in the pharmacy. Well, of course, this would be a very vague topic. So what I did, I hope with the indulgence coming from Madam Lucy, if I may discuss with you now, supply management that has something to do with our inventory, making it an essential component in effective pharmacy management. Because from that of our lecture last time on the different roles, right, of pharmacists in the community or in community pharmacy, well, can you recall what were discussed then? What are our roles? Can you give me one? What are our roles then? Okay, so one of which will be on the procurement, okay, of medicines, as well as selling or dispensing. I think the right word there is dispensing of medicines to the public, so that they will have now the complete therapy for their diseases or for that of their condition. But there is one thing, okay, that we should remember, and that is the sustainability of the operations of our pharmacy. No matter how good you are in counseling or how you will be communicating, collaborating with your patients, even with the doctors, if there's no sustainability or that the medicines are not available, then that can be a problem. If we do not have enough supplies in our pharmacy, what are you going to give to that of your patients or to your clients, right? Even if you would like to counsel them regarding their medicines on how it can cure or manage their hypertension, all about their diabetes, if you do not have the medicines, okay, what are you going to tell your clients? Oh, I'm sorry, madam, uh we ran out of stocks. I'm sorry, it is out of stock. Okay, come back next month or come back next week. But they need already their supply, correct? So you have to maintain a good inventory. You need to maintain a good supplies management, so that you would be able to still maintain also your services, that you would still be able to dispense the effective medicines to your people or to that of the client. So again, namasaya Mark Ryan Langit, okay, coming all the way from the Philippines. So I hope we will all be able to learn again as we present this lecture on supply and inventory management, which will serve as an essential component in effective pharmacy management. Let us start. So it would always be our goal, remember, from that of our prayer earlier that I have led, okay, that we said that we pray that you, our dear colleagues in the future, will become good and effective pharmacy managers. Those who will be able to help in managing the health of the people, of the public, and at the same time, managers of our very own pharmacy, our very own community pharmacy, our drugstores, that we and you as pharmacy managers will be able to have the capabilities to run a sustainable pharmacy operation, something that will keep on and will go on, okay, and have sustainability, that you as pharmacy managers later on will be knowledgeable of primary health care, and that you are aware also of pharmacy practice standards and the laws that regulates the pharmacy industry, right? There you go. So I'm highlighting you are capable of this having a sustainable operations. Okay. Oops. So for our discussion outline this morning, we will be going on with pharmacy being a health profession, but we make a balance with that of our business also. Okay. But this does not mean when I say balance, okay, we are going to balance that as we will become health professionals. Let us also remember that there is that one side of us that has to also gain the profits, that has to keep also our practice going on. And when we say balance of pharmacy as a health profession and a business, this is what we call the basics in pharmapreneurship. Okay, this can be a good word already for us. It's a combination of pharmacy and entrepreneurship, or has something to do with business. You remember when I shared to our class last time regarding the stars of a pharmacist, right? One of which is being an entrepreneur, okay? Someone who is well balanced in the pharmacy business. So when we put them together, we have a good word. It's called pharmapreneurship. Okay. Now, there are 7 elements in managing a pharmacy operation. We will be enumerating those 7 elements, but we have our focus for this morning, and that will be on understanding the pharmacy resource planning and particularly on inventory management so that we will have our good supply. So, with that goal in mind, in managing our pharmacy operation, we have a goal to achieve, and do not forget, this might be in another course of yours or class of yours, branding. Okay, maybe we have a more specific class later on, which is on administration and management, where you will be taught of branding, like how would you say it in my Langit Pharmacy, okay? Everybody, sky's the limit for your health, something like that, okay? Or no, you won't say in Langit Pharmacy you'll go to heaven after buying. Your patients might be afraid with that, but you need to have a good brand in order to inform the people that when you come to this pharmacy, we have very effective operations, and these are our goals for us and for you also, most especially. What are the strategies that you would employ to achieve your goal? What in and whereof the pharmacy operations should you give a good attention and focus? And most importantly, in our discussion this afternoon or morning, what is pharmacy management? Let us revisit then the meaning of pharmacy. I know from your very first course or class here in the pharmacy curriculum, you have already repeatedly discussed this one. And when we say pharmacy, having its definition, okay, this is the simplest but most relevant, okay, pharmacy definition. It is the art and the science of preparing and dispensing drugs and or medicine. You see, you are artistic in that way, and we are also scientific. So when we do this, okay, there are many operations and activities in between preparing and that of dispensing. To give also another coming from a dictionary, from American Heritage Medical Dictionary, pharmacy is also defined not just a practice, but also a place. It is a venue. It is a place where drugs or medicines are sold. They are called a drugstore. They are called an apothecary. Here in the Philippines, we would also call the community pharmacy as a botica. And then in Indonesia, you have it as apotek, correct? Okay, correct. It's an apotek. And lastly, for this meaning of pharmacy, this would then, okay, if you are going to put together the first two meanings of pharmacy being the practice and the profession, and at the same time a venue. Therefore, the meaning of pharmacy, it refers to both the profession and the place where the profession is practiced. Would you agree with that? So again, it is a profession and a place where the profession is practiced. So if we're going to now put into context, okay, our very topic, which is on management. What is management? From a known, okay, Mary Parker Follett, the art of getting things done through people, okay, and it is a philosophy. So management is getting things done through people, meaning this involves people. It can be people who are within our company or in the institution, or this can also mean people outside, which are, of course, connected to us. What I'm saying, if you put it in the context of a community pharmacy, of course, in our apothec, we are not alone as the pharmacist. We have also like pharmacy technicians or pharmacy assistants. We have our managers, supervisors, cashiers, perhaps. Okay, so we are working with them, but things that we do would also affect, and we need to connect to our patients or clients. Therefore, we are doing management things also with these customers that we may call them. So management then, being an art, is also a philosophy. Another, I borrowed this from one of the known Filipino pharmacists. She is a former president in the Philippine Pharmacists Association. Her name is Madam Leonie Ocampo, hence LM Ocampo there. She gave a good definition of management. If you look at how I gave some uh, colors, okay, you will understand. Management evolves from man, the individual, that as he grows and he matures in age, he becomes qualified and experienced to handle men, okay, or people, and has to do something with all the activities with some degree of time. So it takes time with experience to accomplish the desired expectations. So it has something to do with us, okay, the person, the individual being a man, and that we need the experiences. So we go with maturity as we age also. Okay? When we say we age with all the things that would be gaining and having, okay, in the practice. And with that, management, we will have experiences, qualifications to handle different people and also different activities. It has something to do with time again, okay, in order to accomplish desired expectations. The keyword of man, age, men, and T for time there would spell also management. Okay, with that, you will understand that it has something to do also with all the activities here, with how we are going to apply now the principles of management. Okay, this would now involve our work with other people and, of course, our experiences. That's why we're looking forward with you as pharmacists in the community later on, that you will also be able to perfect, you'll able to mature enough and think of different strategies on how you'll be able to serve more the people or that of the community. And so pharmacy management must be efficient and effective for profitable and sustainable operations, where there would be two critical qualifications or functions. First, in pharmacy management, that we would be able to deliver professional services in the most cost-effective manner. Okay, so when we are going to offer, let's say we are going to dispense, we are going to do this with the medicines that we're going to give to the people, make sure that this is effective in a way that it becomes affordable also. You won't be able to attract your customers or people to your pharmacy if they'll know that things are expensive in your pharmacy, correct? You don't want to enter a pharmacy where you lose all your money there. You would like to become healthy, okay? Not that your pockets becoming unhealthy also. But remember, okay, it is cost effective. We're not saying it should be the cheapest, but it has some, with the price that you give should also commensurate with the effective roles that you play, and that would be on professional services. Another is that in management, you also have to earn a profit for a sustainable operation. I have to emphasize on this, no, right? In as much as we always say, yes, we give our healthcare services, that would be very good. That should be on top of our list when we say that our clients, the patient should be at the center of our practice, of course. But do not forget that the apothec has to run also. We should have a sustainable operation. And what are we going to use? It would also be the money that we generate, and that is with the profits. Okay. And in this, pharmacy management comes from the word that I already have introduced to you earlier. That would be your pharmapreneurship. So there are many areas in pharmacy operation. There are in fact seven, okay, seven important operations in the pharmacy, or seven areas in pharmacy operation where you should focus as a pharmacy manager, and you communicate well with your pharmacy staff. This is when we attain our business outcomes and also be able to deliver the professional responsibility. And when we say professional responsibility, this can be on the professional part and also in the economic portion. Now, let's take a look at this. I have four boxes here. Okay, first box is on the qualifications, second on functions, and then the areas of responsibility, and lastly on the outcomes. In pharmacy management, you need to be qualified, okay? There are qualifications. There are these things that you should possess. What are the things that should be possessed by an apothec or apotheker, okay, a pharmacist, for him to be able to effectively function as one? And these functions he has to carry also on the different areas of responsibilities in order to achieve good outcomes, which are going to, okay, benefit our recipients. Who are our recipients? We have the clients, okay, our customers, our patients, the community, okay, as a whole, and also our employees. Well, that would also include us as an employer, or maybe as a pharmacist. If we are not the manager or the owner, at least we are also involved as employees. Again, what are the qualifications? What are the functions? Where, in what areas of responsibilities are you going to apply these functions? And for what good? What would be the outcomes of this? Okay, you may have your notes already there. If you have printed it, you can see already what are on the on this, okay, boxes. That a pharmacist as a manager should have his communication skills. Remember, when we said that one of the stars is being a good communicator. You're not talkative, right? You are a communicator. Hence, you have your communication skills there. You also have thinking skills. Okay, you in a fast, you can decide immediately. You also have personal skills, something that you can show to the people, whether your staff or to that of your client, that you have a good personal well-being, that you would be able to connect with them, okay, and use the skills. Another would be of leadership skills as you lead your staff, your group, okay, in performing and managing your pharmacy, and the very important integrity, okay, the integrity with all the functions, okay, the things that you do. With these qualifications, this will now allow us to perform the different functions. We have when we planning, organizing, staffing, leading or directing, controlling, and motivating, right? Maybe we can have more time soon, okay, if we wish to discuss everything here. As I've said, our focus will be on the first area of responsibility, and that would be on inventory management. Again, with your qualifications, you'll be able to function well in the different areas of responsibilities. What are those? Inventory management for a good drug supply. Then that will follow cash management Also, our displaying of our goods, our merchandising and displaying, with how we manage our staff, the human resource management, and how we are also going to connect to our customers, the people, our client, that's client management. We should not forget that everything in our pharmacy should be safe and secure. So there is a security and safety area, and the fixture and equipment, because we're using also some fixtures here in the pharmacy. What will be the outcomes then? It gives good client satisfaction. They'll be coming back to your pharmacy because they are satisfied. Of course, the entire pharmacy is secure and it is safe. We will be able to achieve economic and clinical targets. We maximize profitability, and as a person, okay, it gives us a fulfillment, and also as an apotheker, it also gives us professional fulfillments. And again, as I've said, this we do for our clients, for our community, and even for ourselves. As mentioned, okay, I repeatedly mentioned, our focus for this morning is on inventory management. Inventory management refers to all activities employed in maintaining the optimum number or the amount of each inventory item, or we call that the SKU, or your stock keeping units, that we will be able to maintain an optimum amounts or the stock keeping units in our business operation. It is our objective then that we will be able to provide continuous supply of the products and services to the client. Have you experienced before going to a store, okay, that you would like to buy something that they don't have it, okay, that they don't have that product, that they ran out of it? Okay, what about if it is in our pharmacy? It is for emergency that they need it very much. Okay, they need it at that time in order to save the life of this person. Would you tell them, oh, I'm sorry, we ran out of that medicine, we don't have it, please come back next week? But the patient needs it immediately. Okay, would you tell him, please do not die, you can die next week when we have the product already? No, you cannot, right? You have to give it immediately. So because if you don't have that one, it means you have poor inventory management. We don't want that to happen. Our dear future colleagues, our dear student pharmacists, okay, we want to put the client at the center of our practice. Therefore, we have to complete all our products and services. And one way to do that is to have effective, good inventory management. This would be involved in the inventory management system. You have your inventory or the supplies. It would be multi-channel, or in fact, the new term now is omni-channel. Omni-channel because it involves not only our the physical store, we also have our website, we have our phone, okay, everywhere we are present. Analytics also on forecasting, our purchase orders, okay, that's POs, our warehouses, and of course, our main orders. Everything will be in a circle, and that will go, and everything is connected. In the inventory, still in our pharmacy, okay, particularly in our retail. When we say retail, we have, of course, our drug supplies there. There are many challenges. It can be of inaccurate numbers because we're not counting well our medicines, our drug supply, over and under inventory, the inefficient processes, improper training even, most especially with that of our staff, and infrequent checks. When we do not check always, you think you still have your supply, but in fact, you are running out already, okay? These are the following inventory management objectives that we should bear in mind. Number one, we have to maximize the stock availability. I've been repeating this since this morning, that you should not run out of your stocks. You should know when to order. You should know if you would be able to forecast if the stocks that you have, if the supply that you have is enough to cover until the next delivery. So you minimize your stock outs for a maximum revenue generation. Because if you keep on telling them that you are running out of the stock, your customers, your clients will also run, okay, away from your pharmacy, and they will never come back because it will be imprinted in their mind that when that time that they need the medicine, it was not available in your pharmacy. And what they did is to go to another pharmacy. And that is where they would be getting their supplies already. And they will leave you already. So under this objective is specifically you maximize your stock availability of the total inventory assortment, meaning you don't have only one brand, one product. You have different of this that are available that can be within the choices of the physician, perhaps as the prescriber, and at the same time that of our patient. That you would be able to maximize your stock availability through analysis of inventory turnover, of stock on hand, and of stock aging. Okay, we can find another time to discuss all of this thoroughly, but I may just introduce to you then. No, we mentioned of inventory turnover. Inventory turnover is the ratio showing us how many times our inventory or our goods, our supply is sold and replaced during a given time. So for instance, you have five boxes of paracetamol or acetaminophen that is available in your pharmacy, and then you are going to sell, let's say, two boxes on the first week, and then you have again another box on the third week. On the fourth week, you have sold five boxes. But how long are you going to replace this? Okay, with respect also to that of your delivery. If your delivery will be on the seventh week, after 7 weeks. So it means after 5 weeks, you run out already of your stocks, right? So it can also tell you that you have a fast turnover. Okay, so that is how many times you sell and replace your stocks. That is inventory turnover. Another, the stock on hand. The stock on hand, generally, it can be your cycle stock inventory, and then you also have, and you should have, a safety stock inventory. When you say cycle stock inventory, these are the working stocks. These are the drugs, the supplies that you will always have, okay? And most of the time, daily perhaps, they are available and they are demanded, they are being bought by your customers or your clients, okay? They meet the normal demand. But as I've said earlier, aside from your cycle stocks, you also have to be ready with your safety stocks. Safety stocks are your buffer stocks, from the term buffer. So they are available so that in emergency cases, when there is a spike, when suddenly there is an increase in the demand, you still have it before the next delivery. So it is a safeguard in case of unforeseen cases of increased demands like natural disasters, because pharmacy is and will never close. Okay, even in the pandemic, right? So we're always open. So in such cases, even during flooding, during earthquakes, you see that we are one of those shops that would be open to serve the needs. But what if because of these disasters, there won't be delivery? Where are you going to get your supplies to give to your public? So we have a safety stocks also of late deliveries and unexpectedly high demands. And on stock aging, as mentioned earlier, is referring to an analytical report to monitor the turnover of stocks in your inventory. We do not just simply, my dear student pharmacist, when you are in the pharmacy, you do not just simply dispense, okay? You do not just simply stay or focus in front of the pharmacy. You also have to look behind or within that pharmacy. And I'm telling you, I may also be mentioning about our stock room. Okay, you have to say hello to your medicines also. Okay, are they? Do you have to check? You have to compare. Are am I already having some expiring products? Okay, are they still in good condition? So you look also, what if are these medicines have been staying so long, for been a year, for 2 years already. Okay, we are now going on the third year, and in the third year we are approaching already the that of its expiration. So the stocks may be aging already. Okay, so you need to compare your stocks, okay, to the number of days from that of today to when you bought them. Are they still good? Okay, don't you see some signs of deterioration? And also you compare now today and to that of when they will expire. Okay, so that is how we maintain also our good stocks. You look on how they are aging. So the longer the item stays in your inventory, take a look at this, which we have on red in our screen, right? The longer your item, your drug supply stay in the inventory, the higher the probability of wastage and the lower the opportunity for efficient cash management. Because the longer they stay there, they are, we can also call them sleeper, they sleep. Okay, they just sleep there. They do not serve their purpose. You do not give, you cannot dispense them, so they just stay there. And you also have to think of it, what about the money that I use in order to buy this stock? It stays there also. It sleeps there. Your profit is also sleeping. And in time, that is also an inefficient cash management. And I hope not, but if it would lead to the expiration that you will not be able to sell it or dispense it, that is a wastage on your part also on the pharmacy. Okay, so make sure that the items will have a good stay in the inventory, meaning you know what are the good products that you buy, okay, that you may have them on the stocks, but at the same time, you'll be able to dispense them uh, in the right time. Another objective is to minimize inventory costs. When you say inventory costs, I'll give an example. You have 30 days of stock holding, or I hope it would be lower. This is the one that we were mentioning earlier, that the longer your stock or your supply stays on the cabinets, okay, on the gondola or whatever you call it, okay, there is a cost to that one because you need to have perpetuation. So the efficient in this on the inventory cost, you have to look also on the efficiency of your supplier to deliver. Sometimes we need to stock more because the delivery man, the delivery truck comes only every once a month, perhaps twice a month only. I hope not on another month. This can happen if we are working on a very remote place or an island or where it is not always reached by delivery. Okay. If you as an operator is also willing to invest for inventory as capex or capital expenses, think of having the daily sales of what, okay, I'm sorry if I have to put it in pesos here. If it is at 100,000 pesos, okay, imagine that you are having a sale of 100,000 pesos in a day. For those stocks, compute it for 30 days in a month. So it means you need, of course, you would like to have good, you need to have maintain your stocks for that day. In a month, you have to invest 3 million pesos. Or let's put it in Indonesia. What's our currency again? Rupiah? Rupiah.
Rupiah.
Rupiah, correct. I remember. Yeah, very good. With rupiah, that's when I experienced being a millionaire before because of the conversion, correct? with all the very many zeros. Okay. We have to be careful with the rupiah with that of the with many zeros, the denomination. I remember that one. Okay. Although I thought I have so much money when I was in Indonesia before, but I was told no, you have to check also on the prices. There are many zeros also there. Okay. Anyway, so you have 100,000 pesos. So in a month, that means there should be 3 million worth of products also staying in your pharmacy. Okay. Someone might ask here, so I need to have 3 million rupiah also, okay, in order to maintain a good stocks. Well, that would come later on, how you will be able to maintain your stocks, how you'll be talking to your suppliers. Okay. Next is that we should be able to minimize, if not eliminate, stock damage. Very bad. Okay, this can still happen. Look at that. There is 0.25%, or I hope lower, to total stock holding monitored monthly till end of the year. Meaning we have to put it at a very low percentage. At times we can have we might drop maybe a vial, okay, or you might not, you haven't noticed, okay, that there are pests, okay, that have destroyed the box or the packaging of your stocks. That can happen, okay? Then that will be charged to stock damage. Remember when we said that our stocks for a month is worth 3 million, okay? The allowable total damage there is 0.25% of 3 million. So it should be worth 7,500. Okay, you have to keep it at a minimum, that the damage that you can have. Okay, but do not say, okay, it's still 7,000, it's still okay. No, you have to keep it lower. Okay, we are not giving us an amount here that you will target this one. But if you can have it lower, if not none of stock damage, then that would be very good. Okay, so therefore, what would be the advantages of good inventory management? One, there is a better cash flow. We like that, huh? Of course, because this will perpetuate also our business, and we need to earn also as professionals. Another, we will have good customer service. Remember when I told you that if you keep on telling them, oh, I'm sorry, we don't have that stock, we don't have that medicine, better come next time. No, they will not come. They will not come back. Okay, that's poor customer service. So let's have something always to offer them. Oh, we don't have this product, we don't have this brand, but would you like to have this another? We have this available. So see, you're talking, you are connecting already, and that is good customer service. Another, you have good relationship with suppliers, not only with the patient, but with the people, with the companies that are maintaining your stocks, your suppliers. So you will have this also as another advantage. Another is a good return on investments. So whatever will be the amount that you are going to invest on your apotheker, you will with your apothec, I mean, then there would be a good ROI, or return on investment, because you're earning. And there would be an accurate prediction of future needs of inventory. So it comes with experience, but I hope with the knowledge that we are having now and more, okay, that you will be having as a pharmacy student, you will be able to apply this later on, that you will be able to predict what are needed by the community when you need to, let's say, okay, there would be a holiday, okay? So holiday also with the suppliers. So there would be no delivery. You would predict that you will be needing more of this. So you are going to increase your orders, all right? Or, okay, it is already on going on the colder season, or maybe on rainy season. So you need to stock more on products that has something to do with this seasonal changes and seasonal conditions. Okay, say for cough and cold, for those, okay, needed by the people during seasonal changes. So you know how to do this because you can predict the future needs. Therefore, what are the elements to be managed when we talk about managing drug supply inventory? What we were just talking about earlier are our objectives. Let's have them specifically, the elements to be managed. First, we have the assortments. The initial inventory also, okay? So for those of you who are thinking of opening their apothec soon as you graduate, so you might think, what should be, okay, the first drugs, medicines that should be available in my pharmacy? What are the SKUs that I should have? What again are SKUs? Stock keeping units. Okay, what should be in my list? What about the replenishment process? When should I order, right? The store inventory holding. How long should I allow that my medicine should stay in in the cabinets, okay, on the shelves? The returns also. This can happen that you have to return the product to that of the supplier. We will discuss this in a while when it is labeled as a good return, a good product, or a bad product return. And then again, the initial stocks, how many should you be maintaining? Also, the initial stocks of promoted products, because there are also promotions, especially with our OTC, our over-the-counter products. So how much and where are you going to display this? The process on delivery, receiving, and dispatching, the inventory variance, monitoring, pricing, also stocks handling, storage, and waste stocks disposal. Okay, um, let's start with assortment. Are you still good there? Before I continue, yes? May I have some thumbs up there, some thumbs up sign? Yes, okay, very good. Okay, or maybe heart sign. In how do you call this? In Zoom, we can have those different icons, right? You can just put there or tell me if I'm going fast or slow also, or you'd like to have a coffee break. Okay, now let's continue. Assortments. So product assortment, there are different types of products that a business can offer for sale. You can have assortment planning. Okay, this is important. When you say assortment planning, it is a process where the products that you should have available, okay, in your apothec are carefully selected. You plan them so that this can maximize also your sales and profit at a period of time, meaning you have something to offer to our clients or customers. The assortment plan considers those financial objectives and also the seasonability or the seasonality, or when some products should be available this time of the year, at times not much, okay, because they're not needed. This is to ensure also the proper receipt flow. We, upon mentioning of assortment, maybe at time we are still, okay, we interchange it with the word variety. Okay, do you have an idea on what is the difference between variety and assortments? Here it is. Variety refers to the number of different merchandise categories that we have. Let's say we have an analgesic. Okay, aside from having analgesic, we also have anti-inflammatory. We also have, what else? We have pain relievers, okay, and so on. But in assortments, okay, so you got the variety, meaning you have different things for, let's say, for the needs of this person who is having something painful, okay, he's having pain, he wants to relieve it. So you can have a medicine called an analgesic. You can also present an anti-inflammatory. Others would like to have maybe something to apply. So you have a pain reliever, okay, and so on. So you have different categories. But when you have assortments, assortment is the number of different items, or again, our SKUs in that merchandise category, okay? Let's say a mefenamic acid. This is also another that we can use, correct, for pain, aside from the analgesic. So a mefenamic acid, as a different variety from analgesic, under mefenamic acid, we can have different products. We have a brand A, a brand B, a brand C. Under a brand A, it can be available as a tablet or as a capsule or as a syrup. If it is a tablet, it can be as a 250 milligram tablet or a 500 milligram tablet. If it is a capsule, again, a 250 milligram capsule, a 500 milligram. If it is a syrup, it is available as 60 milliliters or as a 120 milliliters. But they are all mefenamic acids. They're all in that particular brand, meaning there are assortments. Okay, what we would like to have is that we have a variety of our products and also a good assortment that is needed by the people, right? So assortment is that number of different items, again, or SKUs in a merchandise category. So a while ago, we had mefenamic acid. This time we have paracetamol. Again, we have different brands of paracetamol. It can be available as a tablet in those amounts, as capsule, syrup. Also, it is assortment when it is available in different flavors. It can be as an orange or a cherry. Again, it can also be as a suppository. So you see, there are assortments in a paracetamol drug. So in assortments, we maintain always our SKUs or stock keeping units. A while ago, we already gave a definition of your SKUs, but maybe we can appreciate it more when we talk about assortments, because we said we have to maintain good supplies for your SKUs. SKUs are identified usually by alphanumeric of a particular product that will allow us to track their inventory purposes. When you enter them already in your computers, okay, you can have every SKU. This is already very technical, no? But if you have, let's say, a paracetamol syrup in orange flavor, 60 milliliters. So you can have their P for paracetamol, S for syrup, or SY, because you might have a suppository, right? PSY and then 60. So PSY 60 can be your paracetamol syrup, 60 milliliters. It's different from PSY 120 because that's your paracetamol syrup, 120 milliliters. What am I saying is that this can be how we can identify. I'm just giving you an idea of how we can identify our SKUs, particularly when we enter them in our in our computers in order to track their our inventory. Okay, let's go back to assortment optimization. When we optimize, meaning we have our good assortment of products. This would involve two key actions. First is to optimize, okay, the assortment of products that you plan to stock. Okay, so you will have an idea, okay, what should be the products what should be the medicines that I should have? And then not only having the stocks, but you would be able to effectively arrange these products on the shelves for maximum impact. Okay? You don't want that, okay, I have a paracetamol here, then there's a mefenamic acid, there's ascorbic acid here, and then another paracetamol brand, and then I'm going to have an antibiotic here, and then there's water here, and then everything is chaotic already. If our patients, our clients will look at our stocks, oh my God, I don't know if what is available, or they have everything in pile and they don't have in a good arrangement. So you should also be able to arrange these products well so that they give a good impact. It can either be how we look at them so that everything will be on a good flow. We will remember where we place them. And on the part of the customer or the client, he can see that there is also a good arrangement and he knows that what he would be looking for is available in our pharmacy. And we have a good we have something, okay, that will guide us. We call it planogram. It's a combination of diagram and your plan. Okay, so it's a planogram. So in optimizing your assortment, you should be able to determine what are my must carry SKUs. Okay, must carry meaning these are the products that you should have. What are your corporate SKUs? That is, if you have more than one store. Oh, we like that, right? That we should not own, that we should be able, that we would be able to open also more branches of our stores. Aside from that, what are your branch specific SKUs? If you will be able to talk to some of our colleagues who have their own pharmacy, and they have different branches, at times there is one branch, there is one pharmacy, okay, that will have different products compared to another product. Let's say if you have a branch in the city, in the main city, and you have it in another part, okay, of the island, sometimes there are also different in where with your assortments. So again, determine your must carry, your corporate, and your branch specific SKUs. A while ago, we mentioned about our planogram, or this is our pharmacy planogram. This, as I've said, is a plan or a visual plan. Visual because you see it, okay? And this will be our basis of how we are going to display and arrange our products. Because a pharmacy planogram designates the placement of products on the shelves. Where am I going to put this bottle? Where am I going to put these tablets, these boxes? In what part of my pharmacy? In what shelf? Okay, in what floor also? And it also would tell us our where, in what merchandise display fixture of our apothec. Okay, it helps us increase also the consumer appeal of the product display. Somehow it will call, if you properly display a product, let's say in your window display, or you put it on a shelf that your clients can see it immediately, of course, the people will tell you, oh, they have good stocks here. Oh, I can get the medicines that I need because they seem to have, okay, a good number of products that are available for me always. So this would enable uh, also it would enable your staff, the people working with you, to gain a better understanding of your product performance. This is an example of a planogram that I am talking about. The blue arrows here are telling us where we can enter, all right? So this is actually a planogram of a very, a complete pharmacy, which is aside, this is the pharmacy part, okay? Aside from the drugs, the medicines, we also have other products like frozen products, vegetables, fruits. You also have some food, okay, stable, or maybe children food, hot offer. You have, I don't know if you have some coffee, soup, everything, okay? That a general merchandise aside from the medicine, okay? So you can see here upon entering, if the customer will enter on this part, if you can see it on your left part arrow, before he goes to the pharmacy, he will already be passing through many, okay, merchandise. And then if she is only going to buy, let's say, oh, I only need uh, a product for my cough and colds. And then he saw, oh, there is an orange here. I'm going to get an orange. Oh, I see my favorite food here. I'm also going to get it. And then he remembers that he's having runny nose. Oh, I need also tissue, a napkin. Okay, so he's going to get also a tissue until he reaches the last part of your pharmacy where he's going to get medicine. Somehow with this planning of how our clients will enter, it is like magneting them. There's a magnet to buy also other things, okay, that they may need aside from the medicine that they will get at the end of your pharmacy. You see, it's also being smart and you are increasing also the sales. And you were able to do that, okay? As much as you increase the sales, you are also meeting their needs. So they don't need to go to another store just to get the fruits that they need, the tissue napkin that they need, or maybe their needed food aside from the medicine that they can get. It's a one-stop shop. But you can only do that if you have a good arrangement of your assortments. Okay, so let's go to your must-carry SKUs. These are the products that should always be available in your pharmacy. These are the products that contribute to 80% of your total store sales. Okay, so 80% is a very good, a very big one, a large one. And in management, we call this the 80%, the application of the Pareto principle. You can Google this, the Pareto principle, okay, in management. Let's say in a total inventory assortment, you will have 3,000 SKUs. But, I mean, 2.4 million of your total 3 million sales will come from only 1,800 SKUs. Okay, so out of the 3,000 SKUs, that 1,800 will give you already 2.4 million. Therefore, the store has 1,800 must-carry SKUs only. And that should always be available in the store. You have to take note of the 1,800. It means they should always be available. You should not miss any of this 1,800 SKUs. To expand more on what are these must-carry SKUs to guide you on what should be available, you should be able to conduct an ABC analysis. An ABC analysis is a method of inventory categorization where you are going to divide your products, your medicines, into three categories. A being the most valuable item. These are those that would contribute to 80% of your business performance. You remember the 2.4 million out of the 3 million sales that you should have. The A products should be the most saleable ones. The C, you should still be able to dispense them, but they are the least valuable ones. But do not forget, even going for B or C, they should still be dispensed or sold. Okay, they should not stay long in the pharmacy. Okay, more on expanding them. Category A, they have a tight inventory control. Okay, you should know that once you order this one, I don't know if on the next order you should be able to order again. You should not wait for after so many ordering or delivery dates. They are on a more secured storage areas, and they should have better sales forecast. Reordering should be regular, and you should always avoid stock outs or out of stock. For category B, they are benefiting from your intermediate status. It would be between A and that of C. And it's an important aspect for your class B or your category B that you would always be monitoring them. Okay, because there can be a potential evolution that your category B merchandise or products will become soon a category A, or if not, there would be times that your category B might slide to category C. Okay, so that would be your category B. Now let's go to the category C in products. Sorry. So typically, your inventory policy for your category C items consists of only 1 unit on hand. Do not risk for having more than this. Reordering will only be when an actual purchase is already made, when you know that somebody's going to buy it. Stock out situations may happen with category C, but that is only after a purchase and it is on an acceptable situation. Your category C items present both low demands and Okay, because these are not always demanded by our clients, and there is also a higher risk of excessive inventory cost. That's why we have to be uh, easy on your category C, more on category A, of course, and on category B. Okay, let's go to your corporate SKUs. If you have, let's say 3 branches. So you have a store corporate SKUs, again, how many? 3,000, correct? Now, for the warehouse or total business SKU, let's say you have a warehouse also for all your stores. Instead of having 3,000, have 3,050. Okay, in your, although you may be thinking that it should be 3,000, when you are going to have them in your warehouses, you should be able to have 3,050. Why? You remember when we said, aside from corporate, you should also have branch specific. When you are supplying different branches, there are those that may be specific only for this branch. If you look at those in blue inks, okay, in blue colors, I mean, your store number 1, there are actually 3,015, not 3,000, but 3,015. On store number 2, they have lesser, 3,010. On store number 3, they have 3,025. Maybe in store number 4, you have 3,000 only. So you're maintaining already that number also. Okay, the 50 is specific to supply now the branch specific SKUs. Okay, on the initial inventory, this so from that of the assortment, I hope that is already good with everyone. Now, some might ask, when I am going to start my apothec, when it would be the first time that I am going to open it, what should be present? Okay. On the initial inventory, this refers to the value of the goods that your company, that your apothec has for its use or sale at the start of the business. You can ask a question, how much of it do you need? How do you determine your initial inventory? Okay. Um, this is important. That's, remember when we defined management, that it goes with age and it goes with time and it goes with experience. It doesn't take less if you are going to consult also other people, especially young minds like you. If you'd like to um, start it immediately, you should be able to consult already other people who have opened their apothec long before you. Okay, I mean, those who have already, who have been in the business, in the practice for quite some time. They may be in the family, they may be in the neighborhood. Okay, you can make a good survey. I don't know if a lot, because this can still be a business and they may say it's a trade secret. So you should be able to maintain good relationships in order to ask this, okay, with people who have been already in the business for quite some time. Or this is also important, why you need to gain experience first, working first as in a pharmacy before you open one. Okay, that is somehow what I am also looking at. That on my part, I did not also open immediately. Okay, I am not. I still don't have it. No, a pharmacy, because I am trying to get uh, an idea. Okay, from friends, from colleagues on how to start it. And one is also to make a survey. And we're not only talking of having a survey, a study, okay, with the people who are in the practice, but you should also have a good survey of the community. Okay, what are, you should know where you're going to place your apothec. What are the spending, okay, quality or patterns or habits of the people in your place? In what area are you going to place it? Because this would affect also your initial inventory. As I've said, you should know how you would like to put up your pharmacy. This is part of your business objective. You will have your business target also. So at the start, it could be arbitrary until you have an offtake of the product established. Okay? Some can be all categorized as B or C. And then from there, you will learn, oh, this product should be categorized as product A, and then soon will become product C also. So somehow it will be a learning in progress. And that is how you study also the community pharmacy or health needs and wants. Now you can say that the store is ready to use. It's nice if you can have this big apothec or big pharmacy also. See, so I'm showing you here the different assortments, what should be present, how you are going to uh, put them. Can you see the blanks on this part where I have the, okay? This can be seen also. This can be a bad assortment, or meaning it gives an impression that you are running out of stock also. Okay, if this is a display cabinet directly seen by your customers or by your clients, you should always have a stock, or you should always have stocks here. Okay, but if this is on your warehouse or in your stock room, this can also be a sign that there should be a reordering soon. Talking of reordering, let's have the third item, which is on replenishment process. Okay, so inventory replenishment or stock replenishment, this refers to the process of inventory moving from the reserve storage to your primary storage and then to the picking station. So when we say reserve, these are on your warehouse or maybe on your stock room. And then from that one, it will go to your dispensing area or maybe on your shelves, your primary storage, before it would be made available to the community, to that of your customers. Okay, so we can have warehouses, we can have stock rooms. Remember when I told you a while ago that you have to be mindful also of how are your products doing in your warehouse or in your stock room. And then from there, you get them, you display them on your shelves, or you put them now on your counter, okay, to show to the clients, to your customers that, yes, we have these pharmaceutical products available. Our objectives in the replenishment process is to keep the inventory flowing through a good supply chain by maintaining efficient order and line item fill rates. So regular orders, I don't know if you can have some computations here, okay? Our order quantity, order quantity, how much are you going to order for regular items? Let's say this is category A. You have your average daily offtake, meaning your average daily sales times the inventory days. How long are you going to keep them for the next supplier, minus the SOH. What is the SOH? The stock on hand. So let's have this example. Paracetamol tablet, 500 milligrams. In a day, you are selling 150 tablets. How many do you have on hand on your storeroom? Okay, you have 4 boxes. For each box contains 100. So it means you have how many? 400, right? Stocks. And the next ordering will come after a month, so 30 days. So your average daily take off is 150, right? You can see it here. And then your inventory days will take you 30 days. Minus how many products do you have? 400. So to compute for your order quantity, how many should you order? You have 150 sales times your inventory days of 30 minus the stock on hand, which is 400. So the computation will give you 4,100 tablets or 41 boxes times 100. With that daily movement, you need to order 41 boxes, at least 41 boxes, so that you will not run out of stock. Okay, that's how you maintain good stocking also. Will I be able to sell, I mean, will I be able to sell 4,100 or 4,100 tablets or 41 boxes? Yes, because if you're going to analyze it on a daily basis, you're already selling 150 tablets. And it will take you 30 days before you will be able to replenish your stocks. So the 41 boxes is good enough for you to maintain already. On this replenishments, you are going to do, I think I skipped one. Sorry. Okay, regular. This should be emergency. Let's have emergency first, okay? Now, there are emergency orders that you do. This happens when suddenly you saw that, okay, I don't have this stock or I'm running out of it already. I need to order, let's say, from another pharmacy. I need to order from a nearby one or maybe from another branch of mine in order to have it. So we call it emergency orders or emergency purchases. How do we compute for the quantity that you should order for an emergency? We have ADM, okay, your average daily movement. That's the same from what we had earlier, the 100, remember the 150 tablets in a day? Okay, how many tablets do you sell in a daily? Times X days plus the regular order. X days is the number of days that you identify as an allowable excess in total inventory holding that you are willing to additionally invest plus the regular order. Okay. So example, emergency order because you run out of paracetamol syrup 60 milliliters. Your average daily movement, you sell 6 bottles in a day. Okay. The sales is observed that there is already an increase. And upon checking, 10 bottles are already sold in the past days. So there is an increasing trend, although this can be, okay, this is consistent that there is already an increase. Then you don't have much. So you need to make an emergency purchase. So you have 6 bottles that you have been selling as an average, although it can go as high as 10, right? So you have the average of 6 times that of 15, because 15 is the days that you can that you would like to maintain, right? Because you said it is in the past 7 days. So let's try to double that a little bit. So this can give us 90 bottles. So it means, class, that you need to purchase for an emergency basis 90 bottles so as to cover a good 15-day supply if you are selling 6 bottles a day. So at least you will not run out of stocks. So, okay, I'll go back to the other one because I think, okay, you're going to do this replenishment process, the emergency process, if there is a waiting or pending customer order. So it means that somebody needs it, or when there is an epidemic, or like what we're having, it's a pandemic, when there is an expected increase in demand, especially due to seasonality, or when a particular stock keeping units was used or is to be used as an alternative stock for something that is out of stock. So these 3 are the reasons, the situations that may put us when we need to have an emergency purchase or emergency order. So the right level of inventory should be maintained by analyzing your sales data, which of the products are fast or slow moving. You have to decide how much to stock, how much stock to order and keep. You have to consider order and delivery times. You are to choose order, also a reorder point, meaning, okay, if I have 10 boxes, when I already reach 6 boxes, it means I have to reorder. Or maybe you say 4 boxes, I have to reorder. Do not wait for only one remaining before you are going to reorder. That is choosing now your reordering points. Arranging to have some safety stocks. Remember your buffer stocks. Considering also to use an outside inventory management agency if necessary. Well, this is if you have a very big business already or many branches of your apothec. All right. I don't know if we would be running out of time. We're on the fourth, but we will be discussing, I think, 11 of here, but at least we'll be able to finish half of this, right? So store inventory holding or branch inventory holding. Your SIH or your BIH refers to the inventory holding of the business at a given time of its operation. Meaning, again, we are going to compute how long would they be staying on our shelf. So we have the average daily movement times the number of days that they are there. Let's say this drug has been staying for 30 days, for 20 days, plus that of the lead time. I'm going to define lead time later on. Or your BIH or SIH is equivalent to cycle stocks plus the safety stocks. Don't worry, I gave actually this notes to you, right? I gave it to I gave a copy. Were you able to receive it? Was it uploaded?
Yes, sir. We
Okay,
already have it.
you have it. Okay, very good. At least you are following there. Okay, remember I mentioned about lead time. Lead time is defined as the number of days that your stocks, your pharmacy products will be delivered to the store from the time that it was ordered or is placed or given to the central distribution center or to the supplier. Let's say you order today. When will your products be delivered? Will it be delivered tomorrow? Also today? I doubt it, okay? Or will you be receiving it after a week or maybe after 2 weeks? What if there would be holidays? You have to wait. That's lead time, okay? Maybe because of the pandemic, a lot of us here are going online shopping, right? How long will it take once you place your order? How long will it take for your products that you did on online shopping come and reach you? Okay, so that is what we call the lead time. How long? So remember, in store inventory holding, so how long will it take before the product will be replenished? So example here, your ordering schedule is twice a month. So it means you order only 2 times a month. Your purchase orders are placed twice a month. Your cycle stocks, meaning your average daily movement times the inventory days, is 21 days. So your stocks would stay 21 days on the shelf. Let's say a bottle of the paracetamol syrup will stay on your shelf from the moment it was delivered until it will be sold or dispensed. It stays there for 21 days. Did you get that? So the safety stocks or the lead time is, say, 7 days. So it will take around 7 days before you can have another order. Therefore, the store inventory holding 21 and 7 is 30 days. Meaning, what does it mean? At the time that the buyer releases a purchase order, when you are going to order, remember, your ordering is twice a month only. The store has a stock position of good of the product for 15 days. Okay? Therefore, so you have the product good for 15 days. Right? It is enough to supply 15 days. So OOS, or you're out of stock, is not supposed to happen because you have your products with you in 30 days. You do it twice a month. So 15 days, it is there. It should be available. You have taken note of already how long will it take for your supplier to give it to you. All right, let's go to returns handling, because there are some products that you have to return. Either they are near expiry or because the national here in the country, we have a Philippine FDA. It's the Food and Drug Administration. It's like also the US FDA. I know you have a similar one also in Indonesia that will tell us if you need to return these products. There is a recall of these products also. So return products in a pharmacy operation may be considered as good stocks or bad stocks. Good stocks are those SKUs that are in good condition. They have to be returned to the supplier because they are in excess of what is required. They are overstocked. Well, this would depend, by the way, with your how you make arrangements with your suppliers. They are also initial stocks of new products, but they have to be returned already because you are not able to dispense these new products. These products have to be returned because they are approved to be delisted from the assortment, meaning they are not moving, they are not selling in the store, but they are still in good condition. Okay, talking of new products are those that are, new products are those that are newly launched by a company. Sometimes our companies, our suppliers are going to make arrangement with you that, let's say, in 2 months, we are going to launch this product. Can you make it available in your pharmacy? But if in 2 months, let's say out of the 10 boxes, you were only able to dispense 2 boxes, you can return the 8 boxes. So that's a new product. And again, depending on how you make arrangements with your supplier. Okay. Bad stocks. Let's go to the bad stocks. So a while ago, we had the good stocks, the bad stocks that you should be able to return. These are the damaged products, or this can be the near expiry dates. Let's say in 6 months' time, they are already expiring. In 3 months' time, they are expiring, or they will be recalled. Okay. From the FDA, from the distributor, from the trainer, from the company, from the supplier, they said we have to recall, we have to get back these products for some reasons. They are, or when they have been returned by the customer. Okay, but you have to take a look if the packaging have been tampered, or is it because of factory damage. Recalled products, they can be advised for recall if they are in good condition. It's a company recall because a product needs to be reformulated. Okay, so the company says we need to get it because we are going to do something. We have to adjust the dosing. That's a voluntary recall. But it can also be a bad condition when it's the FDA or the, I don't know how we, Madam Lucy, how do we call the FDA counterpart in Indonesia? The Food and Drug Administration?
PPOM. PPOM, Balai
PPOM.
Pengawasan, Balai Pengawasan
Okay.
Obat dan Makanan.
Yes, okay. So the PPOM issues an advisory that you have to return all these products. Several times it happened because maybe an investigation by the PPOMs saw that there's a complaint, there's something wrong with the batch or with the lot of that products, or there is a complaint that it contains something, okay, a hazardous product in that medicine, okay. So it is found to be substandard, it has significant adverse effects, so there would be a mandatory recall. So again, if it's a voluntary recall, it can be a good condition. If it's a mandatory recall, then it is giving a bad condition. So for product returns, remember this, my future colleagues, my dear students, it is our responsibility as a pharmacist to ensure that the returns are quarantined. Okay, we're not talking of the COVID-19 quarantine here. It's the quarantine of the products that we have to return. You have to make sure that they're in a certain place, that you will not mix them with the regular products that we have. They have to be quarantined whether they are good or bad stocks, because you need to do proper valuation and accurate inventory valuation. Okay, before we run out of time, are we running out of time already? Okay, maybe you can just have this. Ma'am, until what time should we be? It's at 9. It's 9 o'clock in my. We are given only up to 9:10, 9:15.
9:10. Yes.
9:10. Okay, okay.
10.
What will happen if I won't be able to finish this one? I'm sorry, I was able to put a lot because I think this is a good one for in order to inform our students how they can maintain a good product management. Would I continue next time or I have videos of this. I can give it to you and then you can upload it soon if you won't be able to finish. It is a video lecture. Is it okay? Perhaps
It's
it's
okay,
okay.
sir.
What about if it's okay with us? Madam Lucy, is it okay with you if we are going to upload? I have a video of this one. At least
Okay.
it's a video lecture. Yes, okay. At least what we're having now is a live one. And then later on, you can pause and you can still see more of me later. Okay. So, but I have to inform you that that video lecture was in fact for my students in pharmacy management because we have a course pharmacy management and I had it there last summer term, but you might hear me addressing them in that class. I hope you don't mind, but the discussion would still be the same for my topic. Okay, there you go. So I can just go over this one. So for the initial stocks of new products, it's important. If a while ago we were asking how much of our initial products, okay, in your store, but this time what we are talking are the new products, those that are newly launched. Again, we said this should be arbitrarily, meaning we have to test the waters. We have to see if this would be effective or not. But importantly, you have to make a good arrangement with your supplier about this. That if you won't be able to sell them, what are you going to do? It's the same also with your initial stock of a promo SKU. You have some promos that, let's say, this is a product that is available buy one, take one, or 50% off, or with a paracetamol box, you get maybe a mask, okay, or something that is a freebie. So these are promo SKUs. So we have to make sure, if you look at the last bullet there is a usual 1 month supply in inventory that you can increase for 1.5 or 2 months and be replenished with the 1 month supply regular requirement. Meaning, since this is on a promo, we are expected that more customers, more people are going to get it, okay, or going to buy them. So there can be an increased demand or increased sales. Hence, we are going to increase by 1.5 or 2 months supply. But after that, you can go back to the regular supply requirements. Okay, there can be also some, can you see this one? These are standees, or you can have some gondolas or special shelves or cabinets that will be offered to you by your suppliers where you can place them in your apothec. But you have to be mindful that this should be properly displayed, that you put them where our customers or clients can see them, and this should not be allowed to be empty. Otherwise, people might complain, you are having this promo products, but they are not available. So they don't like that one. Now, in receiving the deliveries, kindly check with your notes already what you should check against the purchase order. Very important, so that you are really receiving what you have ordered for and you are receiving everything in good condition. All right? Then on inventory variance monitoring, there are some stores, some apothec that they are going to do it manually, meaning you're going to count one by one, okay? Or the others have them electronically. Hence, you have the barcodes. Have you seen that? There are those stores that they do it daily or weekly. But what is important is that you have to do an inventory. You have to monitor so that you won't have losses. Okay, there. Now, it is also important that you have to inform your staff, particularly the staff of the pharmacy, okay, that you are going to conduct a system inventory. For pricing, okay, now I'm not so sure of how you would be pricing, of course, but you have to take notes that if you have different branches, it must be uniform in all the different branches. And you have to take notes. If you can see the first bullet here, you price them according to how you would want to generate your net profit, plus your estimated projected expenses on the operations, also on the capital expenditures and the cost of the goods. Okay, on the video, we can have more of this soon. And then on warehousing and storage, there are things that you have to consider. Well, you might not have a very big apothec like this, that you have a very big warehouse, okay? You might have a modest one enough to supply the community needs. But in any way, still, even if it's not a warehouse, if it's just a storeroom, you have to consider, number one, the personnel. This should be the people that knows how to handle well your products, that they have a good training on good storage practices or GSP. Plus mentioning about practicing of good hygiene as well as proper attire to be worn. And the premises and the facilities also where you're going to stock your products. They should be free from pests. They are in good conditions. And if I may just add, okay, in your storerooms, you have to place them 18 inches from the outer wall, 16 inches off from the floor, and 24 inches from the ceiling. Okay, this is providing good environments so that the products can breathe, so that they may not be reached immediately by pests, by ants perhaps, by rodents, and even by moisture coming from the floor, coming from the wall, or the heat from the ceiling. Okay, and then the warehouse, do not forget your salads. What are salads? Are this fruit salad, vegetable salad? Okay, salad means these are the sound alike and look alike drugs. Okay, and then hams. What are hams also? High alert medications. These are the medicines that you have to take note of the doses, because they can cause adverse effects, or they may also be prone to abuse or misuse. So please take note that you have to consider salads and hams on proper display as well as storage. Regulated medicines should be properly placed also, as well as for the labeling of the stocks should also be there. I am including this, but you can see this on your notes already on the different storage conditions. You have to follow this, because if not, this can tamper, this can damage your products. If it says here, you have to store them away from sunlight, protect from moisture, they have to be refrigerated, they have to be frozen, they have to be at room temperature, then you have to meet this. And then on product disposal, okay, it depends again if you have, I know in Indonesia, you have a process if you will be having expired products, if this product needs to be disposed. No, you do not just simply throw them on the trash can. You do not throw them in the bodies of water in the lakes or the rivers. I don't know if you are allowed to bury them, okay? Or maybe you are to return them to your supplier. But the product disposal should always be part of your apothec's SOP or your standard operating procedure, where you're going to put products that needs to be disposed. Okay. Now, as a summary, okay, so an impact of poor inventory management. A while ago, I told you, in fact, of the good ones. But if still you're not be able to follow this one, you can have unreplenished stocks. You can have overstocks. You can have a mismatch with the client's needs. You don't have what is needed by the community, and that is a very poor performance of a community pharmacist. You can have irrational procurement. You have unreturned expiring items, and soon this can also be company losses. Increased volume of bad stocks, which is, of course, these are bad stocks. And this can give us high operating costs. At the end of the day, you don't want yourself to be crying just like this old man here, okay? Because you can have, because of poor inventory management, the loss of your clients and the lost sales also. In summary, you should have this. I don't will be giving, you can go over your notes. These are the essential characteristics for a successful pharmacy operation. That you be a pharmacy manager, you have a good manpower, you have effective assortment, also the operations are going on, you comply well with the laws that you have in Indonesia, you have service superiority, and you have a good relationship among the different people, so that you can turn the sad face to a happy face, because you increase your sales and your profits with your clients, and you are able to minimize, eliminate the losses. And you are an effective pharmacy manager. You have the business heart and also a professional heart. Remember, we said that a while ago in our goals. You are a manager who assumes a good balance. Thank you very much for that participation of yours. I think we're running out of time again. You might have your questions. If you won't have your time, if you have your questions, you can send it to me via email. It's mrdlangit@slu.edu.ph. Or I don't know if we'll still entertain some questions in the interest of time. Again, thank you. In Filipino, it's maraming salamat. I know it's terima kasih.
Okay, thank you so much, Professor Mark. It's a very nice presentation. But I have one question. Can I?
Yes,
Only one, only
Madam
one.
Lucy.
Are the pharmacists in Philippines is present every day and full time
The pharmacist. Okay.
in Philippines?
Yes. By law, okay, we have a Philippine pharmacy law that a pharmacist should be present in all business operations, in the operational hours, all the time. So if it is open for 8 hours, he should be there. If it is open for 24 hours, this is the time that we will be needing 2 to 3 pharmacists, so that they are on shifts also. But yes, they should be present all the time. But Madam Lucy, with the newest law, we are categorizing now our pharmacists as a pharmacy category A and a category B. A category A means a pharmacist should be present all the time. These are the community drugstores. These are also hospital pharmacies, and those that are in key or bigger cities. Okay, in public, we have public pharmacies in towns or cities that are big, supplying a very big population. But this time, soon we are going, it is still being implemented because our law is relatively new one. We are going to categorize a category B. What is a category B pharmacy? Those that will be in very small places, that are in maybe far-flung areas, in remote areas, where a pharmacist can be present by 2 hours at the most in a week, but he has to visit it weekly, and that he has to oversee the pharmacy. Or this can also be a pharmacy with over the counter only. If we are allowing now outlets that have that will offer for sale over the counter only. But if
only
there
for
would be
easy
prescription,
products.
yes, if there would be prescription products, there is a pharmacist. But if there are no prescription products, only OTC, then pharmacists can stay there for 2 hours or oversight only. So for now, we have a category A or a category B pharmacy. For your question, the pharmacist should always be present in a category A pharmacy.
Okay. In Indonesia, the number of pharmacists is still insufficient for all population, and then pharmacists have more than one job. So,
Yeah. What are the different jobs of the pharmacist?
okay, maybe in the morning, yes, in the hospital, but the evening in
Ah,
the drugstore, maybe like that.
I've seen this when I went to Singapore, madam. When I was there for a year in Singapore, I've seen it in some of their pharmacies that uh, if a pharmacist would be present in the morning and he will not be there in the afternoon. There are some nearby pharmacies that a pharmacist is not present in the morning and then he is there in the afternoon. So what they're going to do, they have a sign there, pharmacist present 8 o'clock to 11 in the morning. Sometimes it's 1 to 4. So if you have prescription needs, is it correct that in Indonesia that prescription pharmacies, the RX ones, can only be sold with the pharmacists, right?
Yes.
So when I saw this one in Singapore, if you have prescription needs or if you need the pharmacist, you should be there during his contact hours, available hours. So if not, you will be referred to a nearby pharmacy. It happened to me then when I was prescribed of a certain product. It's not OTC. It's a prescription product. When I was oh, we don't have the pharmacist here. Please go to our other branch. It's on on another street. They told me. That's what they do. So at least if the pharmacist is not available, at least they make a sign that they can go to another one.
Oh, okay. Thank you so much for your.
You're welcome.
Okay, maybe one question from the students.
Anyone?
Orisa?
Yeah, I
No,
remember
madam.
Ariza. Ariza is the one who asked the time. Sure, sure.
For now, there is no question for me, and understand what Professor Mark uh, tell us about the material.
Thank
Thank
you,
you.
thank you. What about the
Okay.
others? But if you don't, if you might have your question later on or in the next days, it's okay. Upon reading our lecture notes or once I give you the videos and you may watch it and you would like to ask a question, you can send them to my email. I have them there. Or if you can also have it in Facebook, in Messenger, if you want. I am available there.
Okay, thank you so much, Professor Mark. But the time is
Always a
over.
pleasure.
Okay, we must end this lecture today, but we will meet again in next month, in next week. Okay,
Next
thank you so
week.
much.
Okay.
Next
What's our
week.
topic next week, Madam Lucy? You remember?
Oh, vaccine, about vaccine.
Vaccines. Yes. Okay. Very timely.
Yes.
Very good. We will be having vaccines soon already. Okay.
Okay.
Madam Lucy, just one. Maybe I can have just one picture with our dear students. Okay. Is it okay with you?
Mahasiswa mungkin bisa menyalakan kameranya semua.
Yes. Please switch on your cameras if it's okay. All right. Okay. Just will be quick. Okay, we have 3 frames here, so I'll be taking 3 times, all right? Please have a good smile. 1, 2, 3. Can somebody help me also in taking the picture? Is someone available there?
Nico? Bisa ya? Okay.
Okay, can, all right. Well, okay, one more, please. Another. Okay, I'm seeing here, and 1, 2, 3. Okay, and one last frame. All right. Okay, this is the last frame, and 1, 2, 3. Okay, I think I got that well already. All right. Okay. To our dearest class and Madam Lucy, Professor Lucy, we're done with this one. Thank you very much. We'll see each other next week, next Friday once again. Have a safe day and enjoy learning. Okay, goodbye. Thank you.
Thank you so
Terima
much.
Thank
kasih.
you, Professor
Terima
Mark.
kasih,
Thank
Mark.
you,
Galing
Prof.
na galing.
Thank you so